Namaskar. We are having a glimpse of Shri Dasbodh, Dashak 5वा समास 6वा means sixth chapter, that is Shuddha Dnyan Nirupan. Shri Rama. Now he is going to tell us what exactly is Brahma Dnyan, Atma Dnyan, and how we can reach there, and how to remain one with the Almighty God, how to become yogi, the bhakta, and all those things. Okay? And this is the ultimate knowledge in any kind of sciences, any kind of Adhyatma Marga. So, let us see. श्रीराम ऐक ज्ञानाचे लक्षण. ज्ञान म्हणजे आत्मज्ञान. पाहावे आपणासी आपण या नाव ज्ञान. Means the what is real knowledge? To see yourself, see the self. That's all. Now self means what? This body. If you want to see the body, we can see in the mirror. Then what is self-realization? Seeing self means you becoming one with Yuja Junjit Yoga, means becoming one with this Almighty God. Your small soul becomes merged with this Almighty God, and then you become Bhakta, devotee, which cannot be separated from the God. And then you perform the duties as per defined by your Swadharma. You don't get rid of all your everyday life and all those things. You remain, living your normal life as well. Beautifully it is been told. So you look at yourself by by self-realization, and that self-realization is Atmagyan. Knowing self is the Atmagyan. मुख्य देवास जाणावे, सत्य स्वरूप ओळखावे, नित्यानित्य विचारावे यानव ज्ञान. To know the God, to know the truth, and what is immortal, what is mortal, and how to go on the path of immortality through your soul. Bodily nobody can become immortal. Okay, Yanava Jnyan. That is what my Sadguru used to say. Everybody has to leave this body someday, sometime. जेथे दृश्य प्रकृती सरे, पंचभूतिक ओसरे, समोद्वैत निवार यानव ज्ञान. The place where Prakriti, this materialistic world, this mirage, this Panchamahabhuti, Prithvi, Aap, Tej, Vayu, Akash, we go beyond all these worldly things, and it gets rooted out from your soul. That is known as Atmagyan. मनबुद्धी अगोचर न चले तर्काचा विचार, उल्लेख परहून पर यानाव ज्ञान. It is beyond your mind, brains, and even logic. It is beyond, this knowledge is beyond any kind of knowledge existing in the world. जेथे नाही दृश्य भान, जेथे जाणीव हे अज्ञान, विमळ शुद्ध स्वरूप ज्ञानी असे बोलीचे. So whatever you can see, whatever you can feel, whatever you can conceive, it is beyond that. And it is so pure that if you say that I'm realizing that, then it becomes this black spot on the white sheet as well. It is beyond that. Only you can get merged with that knowledge, that Atmagyan, and you cannot tell. Once you start telling, you become, detached from it. It is not real detachment. It is getting detached from the immortal God, the Almighty God. Then you can tell. But you just deep inside come back and tell. But whatever you can tell, that is so small. Even Vedas couldn't explain. That is why, it's so beautiful. So you remain detached from the body, somebody is steering, and then somebody is steering. First time you might have heard this. You get detached from the Almighty God, and then you are telling about Almighty God. This is fantastic. सर्वसाक्षी अवस्था तुर्या ध्यान ऐसे म्हणती तया परिते जाणीजे वाया पदार्थ ज्ञान. Even if you are happening to be at the level of Turiya, during Turiya level you see, the world is there and you are there. But you are at the borderline of, the materialistic world and immortal world. Okay? So it is also beyond that. दृश्य पदार्थ जाणीजे त्यास पदार्थ ज्ञान बोलीजे. शुद्ध स्वरूप जाणीजे या नाव स्वरूप ज्ञान. whatever you can see, that is materialistic knowledge, maybe physics, chemistry, biology, or whatever it may be. But the real knowledge lies to be Swarupa Dnyan. Swarup means you become one with the self. The self is the Almighty God. Then only you become a Swarupa Dnyani, Atma Dnyani. जेथे सर्वची नाही ठाईचे तेथे सर्व साक्षीत्व कैसे, म्हणून शुद्ध ज्ञान तुर्यचे मानूच नाही. Now you happen to be detaching yourself and finding yourself happening all the things. You are just watching. That is the level of Turya. But still, it happens to be at the borderline of immortality and mortality. About the soul we are talking, not about body. Okay? So this is also not full knowledge. It is beyond that. ज्ञान म्हणजे अद्वैत, तुर्या प्रत्यक्ष द्वैत, म्हणून शुद्ध ज्ञान ते सतत वेगळीच असे. ड्युरिंग तुर्या ऑल्सो यू फील दॅट द्वैत नॉलेज मीन्स ड्युअलिटी इज स्टील देअर. बट द अद्वैत ज्ञान, द रिअल आत्मज्ञान इज बियॉन्ड दॅट. ऐक शुद्ध ज्ञानाचे लक्षण शुद्ध स्वरूपाची आपण या नाव शुद्ध स्वरूप ज्ञान जाणीचे श्रोते. द रिअल नॉलेज, प्युअर नॉलेज इज स्वरूप ज्ञान. It is beyond all these worldly things, and once you become Swarupa, becomes one with the Swarupa, and you become Swarupa Dnyani, then you can live peaceful and happily forever. महावाक्य उपदेश भला परी त्याचा जप नाही बोलिला, तेथीचा तो विचारच केला पाहिजे साधक. महावाक्य means what? What are the real big sentences? The extract of the Upanishada. Aham brahmasmi, tatvamasi, Ayamatma Brahma, Pradnyanam Brahma, Sarvam Khalidam Brahma. Okay? So you should realize entering into this Mahavakya, understand its gist and knowledge inside kept in it. You should not be chanting that. You should realize what is written into that. महावाक्य उपदेश सार परी घेतला पाहिजे विचार, त्याचा जपे अंधकार न फिटे भ्रांतीचा. Chanting will not make you away, means make you a realized soul, but understanding the true meaning of it and inculcating those quality in you will make you a realized soul. महावाक्याचा अर्थ घेता आपण वस्तूची तत्वता त्याचा जप करिता वृथा सीणची होय. That I told you की if you chant them, you will get tired of chanting it, but you realize it, then you become a realized soul. Once you realize it. महावाक्याचे विवरण हे मुख्य ध्यानाचे लक्षण शुद्ध लक्षांशी आपण वस्तूच आहे. महावाक्य मीन्स ऑल दिस अहमात्मा, तत्वमसी, प्रज्ञानम ब्रह्म, सर्वम खलिदम ब्रह्म. Once you try to understand it and you make your aim to realize it, then you become a realized soul. Unnecessary wasting time into chanting and discussing it will not. But somewhat discussion and somewhat this is also required. But keeping discussion forever and keeping chanting forever will not. You have to balance yourself well during whatever sadhana you do. Sadhana means whatever penance you do. आपला आपणासी लाभ हे ज्ञान परमदुर्लभ जे आद्यंती स्वयंभ स्वरूपाची स्वय. Who is going to get benefited from this? Swayambha. Yourself, you will get benefited from this. Once you become Adi and Anta, means at the start and at the finish, you are only there. Paramatma is only there. That realization will make you the complete man, and you'll become an Atma Jnani soul. जेथून हे सर्वही प्रकटे आणि सकळी जेथे आटे, ते ज्ञान जालिया फिटे भ्रांती बंधनाची. I told you last time that because I came to know from seniors, Hiranyagarbha is there. It explodes, then the infinite universes are born. Again, all the infinite universes again get merged as a Hiranyagarbha. And the only one entity is there, and that is Paramatma. Then even the Maya also gets merged into that Paramatma. And then only your Bhranti, means the mirage in your life, vanishes. Now you see, if it is happening with the whole universe, yat pinditat brahmandi, that is applicable to yourself as well, myself and everywhere. That this world is existing till we think it is existing. It gets vanished when we realize it is vanished. Vanished in the sense, oh, it is existing, but it is not so much touching us that we get hurt from that and we lose our life forever. on the wrong path, in fact. So that is why Sadguru is required. He cannot put you anytime on the wrong path. Maybe we are doing whatever. Sometimes we play chess. Okay, we play. Sometimes we play some other game. But it doesn't mean that we have lost the contact with the God. That is very important. All the times I have been telling a lot of people that first 10 million, Ram Nam, whatever Nam you take, Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, whatever it may be. First 10 millions become difficult. After that, our body itself keeps chanting Ram Nam forever. Ram hamara jap kare hum baithe aaram. But that first 10 million, 1 crore is very important. It might take maybe 12 years, 15 years, whatever it may take. If you work hard, I know some people who are chanting, in 1 hour chanting, suppose, 200,000 per hour. So maybe you see, in 50 hours they can chant Ram Nam. So there could, if Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, it might take, it took 12 years for 10 million for Samarth Ramdas, because he was involved in so many other things. At the same time, meditation is there, Ram Nam is there, Satsangati, then establishing so many temples. He had to do a lot of many things. And in spite of that, he could do those things. So everybody's life is different. So you should realize how because you are the yourself who can realize how should be your schedule, everyday schedule. Okay? Mate ani matantare. So, you have to get rid of this Janma Maranacha Fera, means you have to get rid of this 8.4 million birth cycle and become Atma Gyani. Okay? Now next one is Mate ani matantare, jete hoti nirvikare, ati sukshma vichare pahata aikya. Now there are so many kinds of religions, so many kinds of thoughts are there. But at the end of the day, all the thoughts are merging at one place, that is Paramatma. Even I told you last time, while studying biology, while studying environmental science, while studying chemistry, while studying management, engineering, or whatever you are studying, even surgery or whatever, you understand that if your aim is Atmagyan, you can achieve that. What profession you are is not important. People doing agriculture activities also can become realized soul. There are examples in India. It doesn't matter you are rich or poor or middle class or this place or that place or here or there. What you do inside is very important. Sukshma vichare pahataik. When you realize inside, you understand, oh, this is what happens and this is what is reality. जे या चराचराचे मूळ शुद्ध स्वरूप निर्मळ या नाव ज्ञान केवळ वेदांतमध्ये, की all these char and achar means moving things and immovable things. Everything, whatever you see, is Paramatma Tattva only. And this is the gist of the Vedanta as well. शुद्धीदा आपले मूळ स्थान सहजच उडे अज्ञान या नाव म्हणजे ब्रह्मज्ञान मोक्षदायक. When you realize from where do I came, who am I, then you start searching and you come to realize, oh, this is the truth and reality. Then, many a times I told you about the Bhrugu Sanyatha. Like Manomay Kosh, Vijnanmay Kosh, and Anandamay Kosh, and all those koshas are there. Annamay Kosh, Pranamay Kosh, Manomay Kosh, Vijnanmay Kosh, and Anandamay Kosh. So it is beyond that. Now, when you go deep, super deep inside your mind and brain and all those things, at that time you realize that, oh, whatever inside me is outside and everywhere it is there. That is a Brahma Dnyan. That is Atma Gyan. That is the super realization, and it only can give us salvation, moksha, kaivalya prati, Atma Dnyan, Brahma Dnyan. Okay? आपणासी ओळखो जाता अंगी बाणे सर्वज्ञता तेणे एकदिसी वार्ता निशेष उडे. Then you won't say that whatever I'm saying is the only truth. There are many ways you can become a realized soul. In India, once I took a pen and paper, we started writing, oh, Dvaitavad, Vishishtadvaitavad, Advaitavad, and we started living Jainism, Buddhism, and we after writing 20-25 and then discussing about that, oh, just let us wait here. We said that. There are so many ways you can become a realized soul. Every Sadguru might tell you different sadhana, and every sadhana should and can lead to Atmagyan only. मी कोण ऐसा आहे तर धरून पाहता देहातीत अवलोकिता नेमस्त स्वरूपाची. When you start seeing who am I, then you go beyond your body, mind and soul. And then you understand, oh Swarup, this Paramatma and I'm one and we are made up of the one and the same thing. Tattva, Brahma Tattva. असो पूर्वी थोर थोर जिणे ध्याने पहिले पार पावले ते साचार ऐका आता. Now you are not the only one who becomes realized soul. Yes, I become realized soul and all those, all those things. Okay. So then, in India, in even around the world, millions of peoples are there. People mean only one country. Peoples mean from so many countries. Big personalities, legendary people have been there. असो पूर्वी थोर थोर जिणे ध्याने पहिले पार पावले ते साचार ऐका आता. So in the past also many big personalities were there. Let us try to know their names. First is Veda Vyas, who wrote the Mahabharata. Vasishta, who happened to be the Sadguru of Prabhu Ramachandra. Mahamuni, okay, these are Mahamuni. Shuka वैराग्य, शुका सारिखे पूर्ण वैराग्य ज्याचे, वसिष्ठापरी ज्ञान योगेश्वराचे, कवी वाल्मिका सारिखा मानेसा, नमस्कार माझा Sadguru Ramadasa. So Ramdas Swami had vairagya like Shukacharya. Jnyan means knowledge like Vasishta. And so that is why we respect him very much, Marathi people. Narad Muni, I told you that you name it and Narad was such a person. In fact, Narad Muni, he could to transcend into any place, any worlds, for example. He could go to the devils, he could go to gods, he could go to human beings and can talk easily. Oh, everybody used to respect him. So, his disciples were like Prahlad, the number one bhakta in the world, devotee in the world. Another is Dhruva. Dhruva means the Adhapad, means that place which nobody can move. So in Dhruva means that pole star. Okay. From the pole star you realize where are the other galaxies, where are the other nakshatras and stars and all these things. Because when you know the pole star, then you realize this is the North Pole, this is the South Pole and all those things. So that Dhruva, he happens to be the disciple of Narad Muni. Valmiki, who wrote the Ramayana, was also disciple of Narad Muni. They all were Samadhani. Then Janakadika. Janak was the king and still living in so much richness and righteous were there. And imagine, still he became a realized soul. Janakadika Mahadnani Unichi Dnyan. So you have all the examples in India. Gita was told on the war front. These you can say these extreme things are possible in India only, where people will tell you Atmagyan will not realize. Okay, Vama Devadika Yogeshwara, Valmik Atri Rushishwara, Shonikadi Adhyatma Sara Vedanta Mate. Then Vamadev were there. Valmik Rishi already told you, the author of Ramayana, the first Mahakavya, first epic. Risheshwar, Shonakadi, Adhyatma Sara Vedanta Mate. Okay, they knew the Vedanta Sara, the gist of Vedanta. Sanakadika Mukhyatva Karne, Sanak Sandanadi and all this. Sanakadik, 4 munis were there, who happened to be the son of Brahmadev. मुख्य करणे आदिनाथ मीन गोरक्ष मुनी आणिक बोलता वचनी अगाध असते. आदिनाथ मीन्स लॉर्ड शिवा, मीननाथ and then गोरक्ष मुनी, Gorakhnath. Just to tell you, Gorakhnath happened to be the Sadguru of Gahaninath, and Gahaninath's disciple was Nivrittinath and Nivrittinath's disciple was Jnaneshwar. Just to tell you. आणिक बोलता वचनी अगाध असते. These all were realized soul and they perform severe penance. This is very important. सिद्ध मुनी महानुभाव सकाळचा जो अंतर्भाव जेणे सुखे महादेव डुलत सदा Now, once you become realized soul, like Mahadev means Bhagwan Shiva. They happen to be merged with the Paramatma Tattva, and they are living. He doesn't realize when the time is going. He is into his meditation only. He happens to be merged into that. जे वेदशास्त्रांचे सार सिद्धांत धादांत विचार ज्याची प्राप्ती भाग्यानुसार भाविकांस होय. Now it is, you are lucky that you got this Sadguru. Then you make yourself super lucky by what? You try to understand the gist of the Vedas. Aham Atma, Tattvamasi, Prajnanam Brahma, Sarvam Kalidam Brahma. This should be done in this life only. Then only you can get rid of this Janma Maran Kafera, means to born and to die, that cycle. You get rid of that. And for that purpose only we have been given the human birth. साधू संत आणि सज्जन भूत भविष्य वर्तमान सर्वत्रांचे गुह्य ज्ञान ते सांगितलेलं आता. Sadhus are there, saints are there, Sajjan means noble souls are there, who happen to be who were there in the past, who are now, and who will be there in future. Everybody has this same realization. The Guhya Dnyan, the secret knowledge, that is Atma Dnyan only. Okay. How confidently he is telling, and how with so much efforts he is telling that you should realize this, man, you should realize this. And at the same time, he is telling with love, at the same time he is telling with sword, and you see, he is trying to make us realize so, that's all. तीर्थे व्रते तपे दाने जेन जोडे धूम्रपाने पंचाग्नि गोरांजने जे प्राप्त नव्हे. Now how to realize this? You go to many places, temples and this and that place. You do perform a lot of penance, but you will not realize this. सकळ साधनांचे फळ ज्ञानाची सिगची केवळ जे संशयाचे मन निशेष तुटे. But you can become a harmless creature and being a realized soul when you get the Atma Gyan. When you become realized soul, then only you can say you have reached that state where you have become harmless soul. 56 भाषा तिथुके ग्रंथ आदि करून वेदांत या तिथुकाही गहनार्थ एकच आहे. 56 भाषा मीन्स 56 languages. It doesn't exactly mean 56 languages. बहुत तेरे जैसे बहुत 56 बघितले तुझ्यासारखे, मी मराठी में ऐसे बोलते, मीन्स आपके जैसे बहुत सारे देखे, मीन्स I have seen a lot of people like you. Okay, so in so many languages in India, all kinds of knowledge is there. Adigurine Vedanta means the most important is Vedanta. Ya ithukiyansa gahanartha ekachi hai. All these have only one gist and the secret knowledge, that is Atma Gyan. I told you last time as well. Again, I'm repeating that even if you study astronomy, physics, chemistry, biology, commerce, management, you can become laborer, you can become janitor, you can become this, that, but still you can become a realized soul. If you devote your life and devote your work to the God, just I'm doing this, I have done it with utmost care and safety and all the steps I had to follow for, to make it perfect work, then offer at the feet of God. All the humanitarian work can be done like this. And after doing all this Swadharma Karma, then you happen to have Sadguru, then you can become definitely a realized soul. Why? He is telling now. जे निळवे पुराणे जेथे सिणला वेदवाणे तेची आता येणी क्षणी बोधीन गुरुरूपे. Now what happens that many a times you try to realize, but you don't realize. Then you study, then ask someone, take help from someone, then you understand so many knowledge in the worldly things, materialistic world. Then if these complications are there, and then you ask the Sadguru, then he can tell you and he can provide the knowledge. He is everywhere. So he can tell you by making you realize the things. Now what Samartha Ramdas is saying, even Puran means lot of Puranas there. They're like a Bhagwat Puran and all those. even Vedas also, but Purana failed to tell everything about God. Vedas also failed to tell everything about God. But with the Sadguru Kripa, with the kindness and blessing of my Sadguru, I am going to tell you everything and I am going to make you a realized soul at this moment. Samartha Ramdas. Just listen to me carefully and just listen with full concentration. I shall give you Bodhina Guru Krupe. I shall make you a realized soul. Just listen to me. Samartha Ramdas is saying, पाहिले नसता संस्कृती, रीग नाही महाराष्ट्र ग्रंथी, हृदय वसल्या कृपामूर्ती Sadguru Swami. I haven't since read so many things in Sanskrit. Even I don't know proper Marathi, Samartha Ramdas is saying. But in my heart, Sadguru Swami is sitting, and that is why I could tell you everything. I am going to tell you everything. I shall make you a realized soul. Strong. आता न लगे संस्कृत अथवा ग्रंथ प्राकृत माझा स्वामी कृपेसहित हृदय वसे. I don't need Sanskrit or Marathi or any other languages, because my kind-hearted Swami, my Sadguru, is there sitting in my heart. न करिता वेदाभ्यास अथवा श्रवण सास प्रयत्न सौरस Sadguru Kripa. In fact, he studied Vedabhyas and everything. He studied and heard a lot of things, but still he is writing. Even if I don't study Veda, but he studied it. Even if he didn't listen anything, but he listened good things. Prithvina Soros, he did tried hard, and still he is writing. Even if I don't study Veda, even if I didn't heard, the discourses, and even if I don't work hard, still because of Sadguru, I am going to realize this. After Swamiji used to say, you have to work hard, you have to listen, you have to work hard, you have to listen all these things, you have to penance as well, then you become realized soul. But still after doing this, you have to say that it is because of Sadguru only. Because it is a realized fact that the infinite knowledge cannot be grasped by the finite soul. Unless you become finite, you cannot realize the infinite thing. You have to become infinite to realize infinite. And Sadguru is infinite. Because of his blessing only we can realize all these things. Beautifully. Samartha Ramdas. ग्रंथ मात्र महाराष्ट्र, त्याहून संस्कृत श्रेष्ठ, त्या संस्कृतामध्ये स्पष्ट थोरत वेदांत. I am writing it is in Marathi, but Sanskrit is better than Marathi. But still, in Sanskrit, the best of the best thing happened to be is Upanishads, Vedanta. In that, what is given? Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Ayamatma Brahma, Pradhanam Brahma, and Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. You have to reach that level, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. That is very important. त्या वेदांतापर्यंत काही सर्वथा श्रेष्ठ नाही, जेथे वेदगर्भ सर्वही प्रकट झाला. नाव व्हॉट इज द वेदगर्भ मीन्स द Vedanta is the gist of the Vedas. The gist of the Vedanta is to become a realized soul, and that Paramatma, you have to become one with that. That is more important. Very important and very beautifully told. असो ऐसा जो वेदांत, त्या वेदांताचाही मतितार्थ अतिगुह्य तो जो परमार्थ होतो आहे. नाउ आय एम गोइंग टू टेल यू दॅट परमार्थ विच मेक्स यू बिकम वन विथ, यू बिकम अ योगी भक्त, you become one with that God, you become one with that immortal and infinite God. That is a paramartha, that is a real paramartha. And to walk on that path, how to realize it, and all fantastic things I am going to tell. अरे गहनाचे ही गहना ते तू जाण सद्गुरु वचन, सद्गुरु वचने समाधान निमस्त आहे. Now what is the most secret and most in-depth thing? That is Sadguru Vachan. Means if you happen to listen what is the kind of sadhana is told by your Sadguru, and you move on that part, whatever he tell you, that becomes Sadguru Vachan. Means he tells you something that becomes your even Paramartha and even Vedanta as well. And in that, if whatever sadhana is told, then you are penouncing on that, then you get this samadhan, and you walk on that path, and then you remain samadhani, means satisfied forever. Sadguru Vachan Tochi Vedanta. Sadguru Vachan, Sadguru whatever tell, that only is your Vedanta, means Upanishad. Sadguru Vachan Tochi Siddhanta, that is the only thing you have to do and accept in your life. Sadguru Vachana Tochi Dhananda Saprachita, that only will give you the realization, and then you can become a realized soul. जे अत्यंत घन माझ्या स्वामीचे वचन तेणे माझे समाधान अत्यंत झाले. And because of that secret and infinite knowledge that has been given to me by my Sadguru, because of that I have become satisfied, become a satisfied soul. That is what Samartha Ramdas is saying. ते हे माझे जीवीचे गुज मी सांगेन म्हणतो तू जरी अवधान देसी मज तरी आता येच क्षणी. If you happen to give me the all your years and soul, everything you devote to me, I am going to give you everything at this moment. Whatever my soul has realized, I am going to tell you right now, and I shall make you a realized soul at this moment. शिष्य म्लान वदने बोले धरिले सदृढ पावले मग बोले आरंभिले गुरुदेव. His disciple just caught the feet of Samartha Ramdas and he asked, please tell me. So then Samartha Ramdas started telling, अहम ब्रह्मास्मी महावाक्य येतीचा अर्थ अतर्क्य तोही सांगतो ऐक्य गुरु शिष्य जेथे. अहम ब्रह्मास्मी is the Mahavakya. I am that Brahma. When I hope I told you about the Parama Ashish Upanishad, that a disciple comes and asks to the Sadguru, Koham, who am I? Then Sadguru tells him, Tattvamasi, you are that Brahma. Then he performs the penance and realizes Aham Atma. Then slowly he realizes Aham Atma Brahma. He sees everywhere the same thing what he is made up of. And then he feels Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, that he realizes everything is God, Parabrahma Tattva, Brahma Tattva, and he becomes Atma Dnyani. And this is the gist of Mahavakya. And there is no tarka, there is no logic which can make you realize unless you realize yourself inside. And then you realize that yourself, myself, all Paramatma and everything are one and the same thing only. This infinite soul is one and the same thing where we are merged. ऐका शिष्या येथीचे ब्रह्म सोय तुझी ऐसे ब्रह्म ये विषयी संदेह भ्रम धरूच नको. You don't keep any kind of brahma, means you do not keep any kind of doubt inside your mind. नविधा प्रकारे भजन त्यात मुख्य ते आत्मनिवेदन ते समग्र प्रकारे कथन कीजिए राहता. In Navida Bhakti, I told you that Atmanivedan is the best one. That is the best that you can offer at the feet of God. And I also told you that when Swamiji used to, do Pravachan Bhakti, means he used to do the Pravachana on many things, Veda, Vedantas, Narad Bhakti Sutra, then this Dasbodh, then Jnyaneshwari and all those, Gita. So he used to say that while I'm delivering the discourse, I'm also doing all Navida Bhakti at a time. That is Atmanivedan. So I'm going to tell you all these things Samartha Ramdas is saying. Nirvana Panchabhute iye, Kalpanti Nasati Yithanve, Prakriti Purush je, Tehi Brahma hoti. When the Almighty God, what happened, that I told you last time that the universe was started from Hiranyagarbha. So Hiranyagarbha exploded and infinite galaxies, universes were, were created. Again, it will get merged into all the infinite galaxies into the Hiranyagarbha. Okay, that is known as Kalpanta. So when Kalpanta occurs, the Prakriti, Purush, everything becomes merged. Okay, now the same thing is applicable to us as well. When we think that everything, so many infinite things are there, then you think that, infinite things are there. But once you become realized soul, then you realize that only one thing is there everywhere. Very beautiful. दृश्य पदार्थ आटता आपणही नुरे तत्वता एक रूप ऐक्य रूपे ऐक्यता मुळीच आहे. When all those things we can see, we cannot see, and then even we ourselves also forget ourselves, and when we become one and merge with that infinite soul, nothing is left. Same thing he is repeating. सृष्टीचे नाही वार्तात तेथे मुळीच ऐक्यता पिंड ब्रह्मांड पहा जाता दिसेल कोठे. Now when you become realized soul, oh, everywhere God is there. It doesn't mean that you don't see book as a book. Okay, so there are people. So even you are not seeing this world, that Pinda, yourself, and Brahman, and all those things. You see everywhere that infinite soul only. Okay, that is very important. So what happens? Oh, then he started having merged with himself, and he doesn't like anything else. That is also reality. And then also he is doing every day his swadharma karma and all those things. A realized soul. That is known as Jnanottar Bhakti. But you have to remain on the path of penance all the times. ज्ञानवन्नी प्रगटे तेणे दृश्य केर आटे तदाकारे मूळ तुटे भिन्नत्वाचे. Now Jnanavandi means the fire of knowledge has evolved in yourself. It removes every kind of doubt from yourself, and you become a realized soul. Nothing is left that you can call that is different, this is different, that galaxy is different, this galaxy is different. For example, everywhere the Paramatma Tattva is there. मिथ्यत्वे वृत्ती फिरे तो दृश्य असताच ओसरे सहजेचे येणे प्रकारे झाले आत्मनिवेदन. All the fantastic things are gone, and even if you speak or don't speak, the Paramatma Tattva is, you have become one with the Almighty God. That happens and that remains forever. It happens easily, सहजच. असो गुरुचे ठाई अनन्यता तरी तुझं काय सिरे चिंता वेगळेपणे बघता उरोची नको. Now once you become realized soul, you remain one with your Sadguru, you remain devoted to your Sadguru, then you cannot be separated from your Sadguru and this Paramatma. विभक्त नसावे तरीच भक्त म्हणा. When you have become different from the God, then you will explain him. Again you can get merged, again you tell. But you cannot explain the whole infinite God in fact. So that is why you remain bhakta, merge with that. That is very important. आता हे जी दृढीकरण, last time I told in Hindi or Marathi, I think, that you're trying to detach with the body and you tell body is doing like this. But when you become bhakta, unless you detach, you cannot tell how the God is. Very important, khatarnak brain. That is, you imagine what kind of brains you have used to write all these things. You cannot explain God unless you get separated from the God. And you cannot realize that unless you get merged with the God. Both things are very important. He has told these things. आता हेची दृढीकरण व्हा करी सद्गुरु भजने समाधान नेमस्त आहे. Now to remain one with the God all the times, you have to follow whatever the Sadguru has told. And that is the only path. या नाव शिष्य आत्मज्ञान येणे पाहिजे समाधान भवभयाचे बंधन समूळ मिथ्या. Once you become realized soul, आत्मज्ञानी, bhava and bhaya means the fear and the this world, they remain however they are, but you change yourself right from the root cause. The root cause of this world exists because of we think it is exists, and it has been removed. We remain like that, you behave like that, but you are inside your mind, you feel that, oh, I am one with the God and everything is being done by the God. I am just, one of the person he is taking care of. He is taking care of everybody and everything. So you become, part of the whole and WHO, whole God. देहमी वाटे जानरा तो जाणावा आत्महत्यारा देहमाने येर झारा भोगीला जोगी. Now you see, now he has taken again, he's drawn out his sword and he's saying, if you think you are a body, then you are suiciding yourself. This is Dehaman. You think you are a body, then you have to suffer a lot. But if you think you are not body, khatak, you realize that you are not body, you are Atma, then you can live a proper life forever. Again, he is keeping his sword inside. Okay. असच चहू देहा वेगळा जन्म कर्मासी निराळा सकळ आबाळ गोबाळा सभा येतू. Now when you realize that, oh, this body is there, but but I'm Atma, and everything is happening. It is part of this world, and all the things, fantastic things are going on. But you are doing your sadhana karma. Okay, you're doing your duty. You are on the humanitarian path. You realize, oh, this is how it happens. Okay, okay. कोणासीच नाही बंधन भ्रांतिस्त भुलेले जन दृढ घेतला देहाभिमान म्हणून या. Frankly speaking, all are free, all are Atmadhyani, everything is God. But just due to Dehaviman, you think you are body. That is why people get entangled into fantastic things. शिष्या एकांती बैसाय स्वरूपी विश्रांती सजावाय तेणे गुणे दृढावे परमार्थ हा. When you sit alone and you meditate, and then you become a realized soul, and you remain one with the Swarup, means self, real self, and then you perform all your duty, that is known as Paramartha. अखंड गडे श्रवण मन तरीच पाविजे समाधान पूर्ण झाली ब्रह्मज्ञान वैराग्य बरे. Now all the times you are walking on the path of Paramartha. Whatever you speak becomes your pravachan. Whatever you listen, it becomes Shravana. Then you are thinking about the God 24/7, 24 hours and 7 days a week. Okay, so once you become realized soul, everything is happening like this only. You walk, you are taking the you are rounding to the statue of God only. You are taking vairagya, so you become vairagi. All the bad things get removed from your life, and you do all the good things only. Okay, that shloka I told you means you are walking, then you are taking a round of your mother or God or whatever it may be. If you are doing certain things, you are doing a puja. If you are performing some good work, then that is a puja at the feet of God. So whatever you do, even your inhale and exhalation also becomes the puja at the feet of God. शिष्या मुक्तपणे अनर्गळ करीसी इंद्रिय बाष्क तिने तुझे तळमळ झाला नाही. Now if you do all the things those are not required in the life, I always say the fantastic thing, maybe bad things, then which is not required in life, then you will always be living like a fish out of the water. So you should devote your life for the Paramartha. विषयी वैराग्य पुजेल त्यासीचं पूर्ण ध्यान झाले मणी टाकीताचे लादले राज्य जीवी. Now there was, this is one of the story. मणी होता सिगटाचा लोभ धरून या त्याचा मूर्खपणे राज्य अवेअर केला. One person came and said that this is the pearl I have. If you wish anything, it can fulfill your wish. But you have to give your kingdom to me. He said, take my kingdom. I want this pearl. Then he asked something to the pearl. It didn't fulfill his wish. So he went back and said, this is your pearl. Give me my kingdom again. Back like that. So the gist of this is that you have been given this body just to become a realized soul. But you get entangled into fantastic thing like that asking a pearl something, and then you realize, oh, these worldly things are not going to fulfill my real desire of becoming realized soul. Then you say, no, I want to be merged with the God. That is the biggest kingdom I can have. Okay, Swamiji used to say, Swananda Samrajya ke Chakravarti Samrat. Okay, means you are the king of this Atmagyan. ऐक शिष्या सावधान आता भविष्य मी सांगेन ज्या पुरुषास जे ध्यान त्यासी तेची प्राप्त. Day and night, hey disciple, Sadguru is saying, Samartha Ramdas is saying, hey disciple, whatever day and night you think, you become that. Day and night I want to be a realized soul. Ram Nam should go on in my body. I should become a self-realized soul. I should become an enlightened soul. Atma Gyan, Brahma Dnyan, this is what I want. If you say that, keep repeating that, and you work hard and you penance for that, then you become a realized soul. But if you think, I shall earn money, or I shall do this, then if you say, I shall do all fantastic, then you become those fantastic things. That is why day and night you should be chanting the name of God and you try to become a realized soul. That is also one of the things he is telling. म्हणून जे अविद्या सांडून धरावी सुविद्या तेणे गुणे जगदवंद्या पाविजे शीघ्र. Get rid of the ignorance and get on the path of suvidya, the real knowledge. Then you become jagadvandya, means you will become a respectable soul. Now jaga means this is the body which has come into being and then it will vanish as well. So you become self-respectable inside your self only. And it pavijes shigra. Immediately you can become a realized soul. That is what Samarth Ramdas is saying. सन्न पाताचे नि दुःखे भयानक दृष्टीचे देखे औषध घेतांची सुखे आनंद पावे. की if you suffer from something, some disease, when you take the medicine, then you get rid of that disease and again you become a happy soul. Like that, तैसे अज्ञान सन्न पाते मिथ्या दृष्टीचे दिसते ज्ञान औषध घेताना ते मुळीच नाही. Now you are suffering from a disease. What? That you think you are a body. But once you take the medicine of a knowledge, then you become realized soul and rest you understand. मिथ्या स्वप्ने ओसळणारा जो तो जागृतीचा आणला तेने पूर्वपदा पावला निर्भयचे. Again it becomes a realized soul. You become one with the God. That is your real self. Okay. So it is like you were sleeping, you were some dreams are there and you started fearing. Then someone wakes you up. That was the bad dream. Once you become a realized soul, then you feel that that was a bad dream. Then you become alert, awake and enlightened as well. मिथ्याच परी सत्य वाटले तेणे गुणे दुःख झाले मिथ्या आणि निरसले हे तो घडेना. की when Brahmam Satyam Jagan Mithya, you feel that this is only truth. You get rid of that falsehood and then you become a realized soul. If you are on the path of Mithya, the falsehood, then you become false person only. So you have to become a truthful person, then only you can come on the path of truthfulness and you can become a realized soul. That is given over here. मिथ्या है जागृतासी परी वेढा लाविले निद्रिस्तांसी जागा झाली आहे अशी भयाची नाही. सो इन अ ड्रीम यू माइट बी फियरिंग बट वन्स यू वेक अप देन यू रियलाइज दॅट दिस इज नॉट सो फियरफुल. ओके, बिकॉज दॅट वॉज अ ड्रीम. परी अविद्या झोप येते भरे भरे सर्वांगी काविरे पूर्ण जागृती श्रवणधारे मनने करावे. ओके, सो गेट रीड ऑफ दॅट अविद्या मीन्स फॉल्स नॉलेज and fill yourself with the good knowledge only and think of it and try to become merged with the God all the time. So you become a yogi. Yujo Jyoti Yoga means becoming one with the God. Vibhakta nasa tari is bhakta. You are not separated from God and you become one with the God. You think like this and you will become. जागृतीची ओळखण एकत्याचे लक्षण जो विषय विरक्त पूर्ण अंतरापासून. So you become a virakta from inside out and then when you become realized soul you remain alert, awake, enlightened all the time. जेणे विरक्तीसन यावे तो साधक ऐसे जाणावे तेणे साधन करावे थोडी सांडूने. Now those who want to become the realized soul, they should penance in their life, sadhana, and you become humble and do the sadhana. देहबुद्ध्यात उदासम जीवबुद्ध्यात उदांश आत्मबुद्ध्यात अहम. But when you are on the देहबुद्धी, you think you are a body, you should serve God. साधन म्हणे ज्याला तो सिद्धपणे बद्ध झाला त्याहून मोक्ष भला ज्ञानाधिकारी. Now there are 4 अवस्थास, 4 stages: बद्ध, मुमुक्षु, साधक and siddha. Siddha means realized soul. Baddha means who doesn't believe in God or believe but he doesn't have that kind of mentality to realize God. Those who have mentality to realize God are mumukshu. Those who are on path of becoming a realized soul, they are sadhaka. And those who are realized are siddhas. So those siddha who are not performing sadhana, they can become baddha. So it is better to remain mumukshu. Okay, this is very important. तो शिष्य केला प्रश्न कैसे बद्ध मुमुक्षाचे लक्षण साधक सिद्ध ओळखण कैसे जाणावे. So please tell me, Samarth Ramdas, Sadguru, he is saying his disciple, who are baddha, who are mumukshu, who are sadhaka, who are siddha. How to understand what are the qualities and attributes of them, and how to realize these are the people who are this. याचे उत्तर श्रोत्यासी दिधले पुढलीसी समासी सावश्रोती कथेसी अवधान द्यावे. Now in the next chapters I am going to tell it. Please listen it carefully. इति श्री दासबोधे गुरु शिष्य संवादे शुद्ध ज्ञान निरूपण नाम समास 6. So you see, all the times all these realized soul are telling us to remain on the path of Paramartha Marga, to become a realized soul. Who is realized soul? He is seeing God everywhere, and he has become realized soul that he is also God, the Paramatma Tattva, the Brahma Tattva. He is yogi, he is bhakta, and who is doing everyday duty as work is worship. And we are on that path of Paramartha. So let us become a realized soul. Let us be on the path of sadhana for all the times to remain realized soul forever. That is what Samartha Ramdas is saying. Thank you very much.